wish I could just record with one eye so I don't have to do the other eye. And like, I will get red. And some days when you haven't waxed in a long time, you just gotta like. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome. My name is Christine. So I did a poll on Instagram the other day asking if you guys wanted to see 10 items I can't live without, or like my go-to makeup for photos and flash photography. So a majority of you guys voted for the 10 items that I can't live without. So if you still wanted to see my go-to makeup for like photo shoots and stuff like that, let me know and I can do that. But I have a ton of things in front of me. A majority of the things are beauty related, but I also have things that are like lifestyle items, things that I use in my day-to-day life that I would consider things that I need that I can't live without. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing the 10 plus items that I can't live without, please go ahead and keep watching. So first off, we can start with skincare. If I were to get rid of everything and just have one thing with me, it would have to be the Badescu Glycolic Acid Toner. I can't say enough good things about this. After high school, I had quite a bit of texture in my skin, and this was the one thing that got rid of it. Like I had pretty bad, it wasn't bad acne, but I always had like quite a few pimples on my face and I would have a lot of texture, and even after my acne went away, I still had that texture, and this was the one thing that like for sure got rid of all that texture, and it gave me like super smooth skin, evened out my skin tone, and it removes extra makeup that my cleanser misses. So this is actually the super size one, and I can't even tell you how many bottles I've been through, like 5, 6, or 7. This stuff comes on Haute Look a lot, so every time it does, I stock up. This is something that I will just continue repurchasing over and over and over again. It's just one of my favorite things. It's gentle and it doesn't irritate my skin, but you could feel that it tingles a little bit, and I just notice a difference when I don't use it. This is something that I absolutely cannot live without, so I highly recommend, if you've never tried this before, pick up a sample and try it out. Next, I have an eye cream. This is the Clinique All About Eyes. This is like my 3rd jar of it now, and this is like the large size of it, and I just love that it is so creamy and my skin absorbs the stuff like a sponge, and it's just so moisturizing and so lightweight, and under makeup it looks really great. I have eye creams that I use specifically only at night, but this one I can use morning or night. I don't notice that it depuffs, but it definitely moisturizes my under eye, and I don't get any dry, cakey spots, and my concealer goes on really nice, so definitely cannot live without this. Then another skincare thing I have is the Badescu Drying Lotion. I just picked up another one of these because I just ran out. But this stuff is so good for getting rid of pimples. And if you don't know how to use it, all you do is you take a cotton swab, don't shake it, you just dip it all the way in, and then you dot it over your whatever blemishes and pimples you have, and the next day it'll be significantly reduced. I live in a house with 3 roommates, and I walk around with these dots all over my face with no shame, because I know in the morning my skin will look way better. So I love that drying lotion. I always repurchase it as soon as I run out. I also love these lip balms. So you can buy these at Nordstrom or Sephora. I've also seen them at Urban Outfitters, and they're everywhere now, but this pink one is really good, and I think they're both $6. This one is the best that I've ever used. I have lip balms that I like and I can use, but it's not something that I can't live without, but this stuff is so good. It smells amazing. I really love this stuff. Next up, I have blotting sheets. These ones are ones that I just picked up from Daiso. They're like $1. And I'm not really picky with my blotting sheets. I can just get them from anywhere. When I went to the bathroom, I would just use the toilet seat covers and pat those over my face. If you do have a chance to go to Daiso and pick up some of their blotting papers, they're so cheap. They have like so many different kinds, and they're only like $1. I wouldn't say this particular kind is something that I can't live without, but blotting sheets in general I definitely need. These ones are really good. The clean and clear ones are really good, and I also like the Palladio ones. Those ones are really good. Next up, I have setting sprays. These two are so good. I haven't talked about this Milani one in a long time because I ran out, and I'm trying a lot of the setting sprays that I have. But this one is definitely like one of my favorite drugstore setting sprays ever. It's so bomb, and it is a little bit more expensive for a drugstore because There's only 2 fluid ounces in this and it was like $10. This stuff feels so high-end, so I really like the stuff. It smells so good. The spray is really nice. This one you probably hear me talking about all the time. It's the Heritage Store Rosebud and Glycerin spray, and you can pick this up at Whole Foods, or Urban Outfitters also has it. I had the super large spray bottle and I found that the spray on the large one isn't as good as the small one, so I prefer the small one and I'll buy the large one and then just fill it up, like refill this thing. It sets my makeup, but it also makes my skin look super dewy. So when I have like a ton of powder and translucent powder, this makes my skin look super dewy, but it also prolongs the wear of my makeup. I would say between the two of them, I like the Milani one more just because I feel like it's more effective at keeping my makeup long wearing. But this one is really good. It's a cheaper alternative. For the size, it was $7, so this one's 4 fluid ounces. It's twice the size and 3/4 of the price. So I really like this one for a cheaper alternative. Both of these are setting sprays that like holy grails, can't live without. Next up, I have an eyelash curler. This one is the Shiseido one, and I really like this one because I feel like it fits my eye shape really nicely, and it's like nice and flat, but it picks up a lot of my lashes, and then it doesn't take that much effort to curl my lashes. Next up, I have these brow products that I absolutely cannot live without. Like makeup wise, brow pomade is like the one thing that I will always continue to purchase forever and ever and ever, and I would give up mascara, bronzer, concealer, everything to have these two. So this is the Anastasia brow pomade in the color Ebony. This is like my 3rd jar of it. I'm just now hitting the bottom of it and it's so good. And then I have the Anastasia 7B brush. I used to have, I think it was the 12 brush, but this one just has such a thin head that it's easy for me to get those hair-like strokes. I feel like you could have the best brow pomade, but if you don't have a good brush to go with it, there's no point. Like this brush, I feel like can make almost any pomade look really good on your brow. Excuse me? I just got so heated that my hair was like... With this brow pomade and this brush, my brows always look super, super good. When I'm at the gym, my brows stay on, and it's just long wearing. It's a perfect color for me, and I've used it for years and years and years. So I will always go back to this, and this brush is super amazing, like I said before. So definitely recommend if you haven't tried them before. Then I have some good old tweezers. This one is from Tweezerman, and Tweezerman is expensive. Like when I first picked it up, I was like $25 for a pair of tweezers. What in the heck? This is so good. It catches every single little freaking hair. I like to like pull at Brandon's hairs when he's on the phone, and I'll just like get on top of him and just like hack at his unibrow. And I've had this one for like 8 years, so I totally think it's worth the investment. And then this one is from Cricut. I also like this one just as much, but I think the Tweezerman has a finer head and is a little bit more precise, and I like it for like putting on lashes as well, and then pinching my lashes together. And some days when you haven't waxed in a long time, you just gotta like... Next up, I have mascara. This is Maybelline the Falsies Volume Express Waterproof in the color Black is Black. And this is absolutely like my holy grail mascara. I've tried so many mascaras, and this one has impressed me the most. It just has like a perfect wand. The formula is amazing. The color is super, super black, and the waterproof formula, I like to do it after I curl my lashes. I'll put on one thin coat of waterproof, and then I'll put on any mascara, and my lashes will stay up and curled all day. There are more waterproof ones, like if you want to go swimming and stuff like that. I would not use this, but if it rains a little bit, if you're going to sweat a little bit, this will hold up for you. It doesn't flake, and I just really love this mascara. And actually when it dries out a little bit, I'll use it in my brows as a brow pomade. So this is just like the perfect mascara. It does everything for me, and it's like $7 to $10 depending on where you get it. So I really love this mascara. Then I have 2 liquid eyeliners. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I've used this since like high school days, since I first started wearing makeup, and I just love this liquid eyeliner so much. It has like a felt tip, so it makes it really easy for applying liquid eyeliner and doing a wing. This is what I use today for my wing. And it just allows you to get so close to the lash line and then flick it up really nicely. The formula is really nice. I will say it does run a little bit, so if you are going to the gym, like one time I was at the gym and my wing went like all the way to my hairline because it just smears. So it's not waterproof. You can get the waterproof one, but I like this one for day to day, but if you're gonna go swimming or if it's gonna rain, I would use a different one. And then I also like the NYC liner. Like, you can't even read the words on it because it's loved so much. This one is a brush head and it's really, really thin. And at first when I started using it, I didn't really like it. But once you get the hang of the brush, this eyeliner is so, so good because it allows you to get a super fine wing. Like with the Wet n Wild, the felt tip is nice because it's easy to get a quick and easy liner. But this one allows you to get a really precise and like fierce flick. That's how you get like on fleek liner, you know? So I really like these two liners. They're both super, super affordable, so definitely must have. Then I have Tarte Shape Tape. You already know I love this mascara. I love this concealer so much. I bought so many. This is like my third light medium that I purchased, and it's just the perfect color for my under eyes. And every time I use a different concealer, there's just nothing as high coverage as this stuff is, and it just sets so nicely. It never creases on me. It lasts all day. It's super waterproof, and I just can't say enough good things about this. So if you haven't tried Shape Tape yet, just go try Shape Tape. And another thing is a beauty blender. I don't remember the last time I did foundation or my skin or my makeup without a sponge in general. I just feel like it's such a necessity, especially for blending out concealer to make it not look cakey, and then blending around my nose. It's just so important to have a good sponge. And this one is actually from Amazon, and it came in a pack of 4 and it was for $12. I did a review on a ton of sponges in my collection, so if you want to see that video, I'll link it below. I also included it in my March favorites, but this sponge is so amazing. It's so affordable, and it's like one of the best sponges I've ever used like in my life, and I have a lot of sponges. So I would have to say this one, now that I'm using like this one and my Morphe one so much between the last like 2 months, I would have to say these Amazon sponges are like my favorite sponges of all time. And it ends up being like $3. You don't even have to go think about it, just go buy it. Hello? Honey, you need a shave. My God. Okay, so I think that was all the makeup. One thing that I definitely cannot live without is, as an Asian gal, I get Asian glow like really, really bad. I'll have one lick of alcohol. I will be so red. So it's just like embarrassing for me to drink in public. And I've tried so many different things. I've tried antacids, pills, Tums, and finally I came across something that worked for me, and it is the Pepcid Complete. This stuff, I'm telling you, is so good for getting rid of Asian glow. I'll just like, after having a full meal, I'll just eat one of these like 30 minutes before I go out or whatever, and there's no glow at all. So Asian glow, if you don't know, is when like your face turns red when you're drinking and your body just doesn't produce the, I'm just not even going to talk about it because I don't really know what I'm saying. But so the only time that I will get red is if I don't eat a full meal before, or if I take it less than 30 minutes before I start drinking. When we take photos and go out and stuff like that, my face is not red at all. But this stuff is so amazing. Costco carries it. I've had so many of these, which is like awful. But the mint flavor is my favorite because the berry one tastes like bad medicine. Asian people that I know will come over and be like, yo, you got any Pepcid? They know I got Pepcid. I stay stocked up on Pepcid. And this is weird. This is really weird, but I like these little picks for like flossing your teeth. Because I feel like when you brush your teeth and when you floss, I love teeth, and when I was younger, I didn't have a good smile. Like I had this tooth and it was turned all the way in. So I had braces for a long time as a kid, and ever since I got my braces off, I wanted to take really good care of my teeth. And sometimes flossing and brushing your teeth doesn't get all the stuff. Like there's stuff in your teeth still. So I love this thing because I got it in a kit of 4. It's the Dentac dental kit. I'm not sure. I'll link it down below if I can find it. But I like the end because you can just get in the crooks of all of your teeth, and I just feel like it gets everything out. And there's nothing worse than like going to sleep and then waking up and feeling that there's food in your mouth, you know, or like you really, really need to floss and you just can't get it out. So I love this tool. Definitely can't live without it. I keep it in my bathroom, and Brandon and I use it every single night. So And that is it. That looks like everything. I don't even know, like that seemed like not a lot of things, but anyway. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please thumbs up this video and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.